Hello everyone, this is our Demo2 proof of concept video for our app called WildX. It's inspired by Pokemon and Pokemon Go, and it's actually made to help educate people on animal awareness and conservation. So a shared app like this and geolocation features can help educate lots of people with different animal sightings. Before I go ahead and log in and show functionality, I'll go ahead over our architecture diagram. And this is what we submitted for proposal one. What we've implemented is the client server and the database architecture. The distributed components such as replication and concurrency have not been implemented yet for this demo. We have the clients that send requests to the REST server, and the REST server does operations to interact with the database, and it's able to broadcast live notifications to any client via the WebSocket server. So now I'll go ahead and I will log in. I'll log in with my first account. And when I hit sign in, you can see that I'm taken to the home page. In the home page, you can see a map where you can see different sightings. So here, if I click Banff, we can see that a caribou was spotted in Banff, and we can see that a black bear was spotted somewhere up here, near where I live. Using this button, you can add a new sighting, and I'll go over this functionality in a bit. If I click this, it takes us to the community page where you can see all posts. Here we can see the black bears and the caribou, along with the date seen and the latitude, longitude of this. Users are also able to like and unlike posts. And if you flip these cards over, you can see the notes that the person took while taking the image, as well as some AI generated conservation notes to help conservation efforts for that animal. The filtering works and the sorting does as well. If I go over to the profile, you can see this is my first account that I'm logged in as well as my own sightings. Now I'll go ahead and log out. I'll create a new account. And if I hit sign up, we get an error because this user already exists. So I'll call this test 4. And now I've successfully registered. Now I'll go ahead and log in with that account. And we're taken to the same homepage. So here you can see that we're taken to the same homepage. We can see the sightings that I showed earlier and the community page as well. What I can do is I can go ahead and click add sighting. I'll go ahead and add this sighting of this bird that I saw. So saw this cool bird. What is it? We can see that it automatically records your latitude and longitude as well as the timestamp of this image. I'll click submit and this will add a new sighting for us. So this actually does a couple of operations under the hood at the REST API endpoint, the backend, and I'll go ahead and detail what those are as well once this is created. So here in our Docker desktop, we can see that the prediction API, the inference was done for this image, and the sighting was added successfully. If I go to the community page, we can see that the sighting is here now. It was sighted at 3:46 p.m. If I go ahead and flip the card, we can see that we have the conservation notes for this Canada goose bird that I saw. It is also here, the sighting. That's this one right here, Canada goose bird. And a notification was broadcasted to all users saying that I just added a new sighting for Canada goose bird. Under the hood, what that endpoint does is the client uploads the form data, which is the picture, the timestamps, and the latitude, longitude, as well as the notes, and it goes to our REST endpoint. The REST endpoint then calls our prediction API, which we've made using TensorFlow to actually classify the image, and we get the response back. Then we use an AI model to generate some conservation nodes. And this is actually via OpenSea, so we haven't created this service. This is just an API that we call. And then we save the details of that sighting in our local Postgres database, along with upload the image to cloud image storage. And this is done with Supabase. Then the endpoint sends an API success response back to the client, as well as broadcasts the notification via the WebSocket to all users that a new post has been made. Thank you. That was our demo 2.